as Gibela is into manufacturing, I believe the SMEs play a critical role in supplying parts that will be part of their supplier park. Right. In railcar manufacturing, it takes a combination of suppliers to bring in components that are going to make up a single train. And as such, SMEs are critical in that area, as I've said. So it is in this research that I want to show what these guys can do. These are some of the components that they can produce. But they can be trained and equipped to produce the components that Gibela wants. And once that has happened, they can be in the supply chain of Gibela. The problem that is currently there when looking at the SMEs, and we're looking at sheet metal working. Sheet metal working, particularly bending, cutting, requires two machines. And the cost of those two machines, in most cases, is prohibitive for the SMEs. You need a guillotine and you need a bending press. Those machines cost a fortune. The whole process is displayed there, where you have a guillotine, or in some instances a laser cutter. Then, after you've cut your blank into the required sizes, you take it to the bending press, where you can bend into profiles that you want. And then you can join with any other joining process. Right, the method that I came up with was the essence is to develop a reconfigurable machine that can be used by these SMEs. A reconfigurable machine per se is a machine that is designed around the input of conventional machines, which are dedicated machines and flexible machines. Flexible machines use the CNC technology. But the challenge with flexible machines or CNC machines is that they are designed before the actual requirements are known, and hence they have got extra capacity which is not necessary. And that capacity is paid for by the person who wants to use the machine. However, if we develop our machine, that capacity which is not required will not be there. So the solution to the problem lies in the development of this reconfigurable machine, which is a machine that can carry out both functions as a single machine. It can cut, it's converted to be a bending press, it can bend. As I was saying, the machine is targeted at SMEs. So people may argue and say that, what about the ramp-up time? How long will it get for someone to reconfigure the machine? Converting the machine from a guillotine to a bending press is very simple. It's a switching on a motor and changing the cutting tools or the bending tools to cutting tools, whichever way you want to go. But changing the capacity is what may take a bit of time. But for an SME, we're saying they are starting small. They don't need that huge machine. They need a small machine. They start small. They work in that category until time comes when they need now to move to a bigger scale. Then they get modules and add to the machine. The development of a reconfigurable machine is based on these principles here. Modularity, where we are saying to change the capacity of the machine, we add modules. That is scaling up or scaling down the machine. Once that has been done, we bring in the technology of integrability, where we are saying we have got software that is now used to make these components communicate so that the machine can function as a complete unit. We bring in the aspect of convertibility. As I was saying, the convertibility will enable the machine to change from one form to another. And then the diagnosability function, which will now enable the machine to tell the operator that the quality of the product is deteriorating through the sensors. There's a change. We've got given parameters. And once the machine begins to produce products that are outside those parameters, the machine will make a report. That's the diagnosability function. And then customizability, where we are saying we can customize the machine from the beginning, from the design phase. We are saying it's designed around a part family of products. And we know which part family of products. And that's we customize the machine. So that's why we are now advocating. We say, let us have or help the SME use this new machine to develop the products that can support not only develop but any other operation. The cost implication. Investment cost on one machine that can do dual operation is quite minimal. I may not put the figures now because I don't have them. The machine has not been manufactured yet. But the cost of having two machines compared to one machine is very clear. The space utilization, the manpower requirements, the energy requirements are the cost. Then the potential benefits. It has the potential of improving or encouraging the growth of the SME from being an SME to being a high production organization. It generates employment. It actually puts the manufacturer on the line of machine tool manufacturers. It begins to create growth of that sector. Then future work. Future work looks at the ramp-up time. I was saying the convertibility aspect is just switching on a button and the machine converts. But reconfigurability needs to be looked into so that we improve on the ramp-up time of the machine. And automation of that process is something that needs to be researched into and brought on board. I have written those papers and presented as I have given in the slides. Thank you.
Thank you for keeping to time. Can we give him a round of applause?
I deliberately left out the machine. The reason being that the machine was given a provisional pattern. And now I'm working on doing the final drawings so that I can have the full pattern. That's why I did not bring the drawings of the machine. I'm still trying to hide it a little bit, but very soon it will be out.